I guess people will keep adding slowly, so we're just going to begin our practice together. Thank you again for joining me. I'm Sarah. I'm based out of Joshua Tree in the desert of California. I would have loved to do it outside, but there's a crazy windstorm and it's freezing. So today we're inside. At the end of the practice, I'll go show you the desert when we're done. So again, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to begin first with a little bit of breath work for approximately 10 minutes, and we'll stay in the seated position for the breath work. Then you will be able to lay down later on for a guided meditation and sound journey. You might not be able to see it, but I have a bunch of different sound bowls in front of me, different crystal balls that are all attuned to different frequencies and the different frequencies of our own chakras. So the sound really help you to dive a little deeper into the practice. The breath work and the guided meditation prepares us for the vibration of the sound. If you're using headphones, the sound is going to get much louder from the moment we switch from the guided meditation to the sound. So make sure to adjust and keep that in mind while we're practicing. I will remind you, but again, make sure to keep it in mind. All right, so we're going to start in a comfortable seated position for the beginning of this practice today. Back straight, shoulders relaxed, palms up on your knees. And we're going to start first by inviting very, very gentle movement side to side. Our hips is that space in our physical body where we're holding on to a lot of emotions. So by inviting very gentle movement, we're kind of letting go of any excess of emotion today. Couple more gentle movements side to side. We'll come back to center. We'll open the shoulders and drop our shoulders down, leaving our hands, palms up on our knees. We're going to begin by opening the practice together with 3 deep breaths. Deep inhale through the nose. Letting it all out through the mouth. Two more. Deep inhale. Letting it out. Last one, inhale deep. And letting it all out. We're going to bring the hands to the heart center, prayer position, or one hand on top of the other. And we're going to open our practice by setting an intention. It can be anything from offering this practice to yourself, offering it to somebody else, calling in peace, love, abundance, gratitude. Just allowing yourself to connect with your intention by repeating it 3 times in your mind in the present tense. Allowing each and every cells of your physical body, mind, soul, spirit, to receive this guidance in this right moment. Whenever you fully connected with that intention to that intention, we're going to release it. We're going to offer it, offering it to the heavens, the star, the cosmos, just fully letting it go. Trusting the bigger picture. Trusting that we planted a seed in the world of meditation with that intention, and we'll come back to it towards the end. Once it is fully surrendered, we're going to open with a deep sound of Om, powerful sound of creation. Deep inhale through the nose. Releasing your hands back down onto your knees, palms up, keeping your eyes closed. For the next minute or so, I want to invite you to start bringing your awareness to your breath. In this right moment, we're not trying to control the breath, we're not trying to modify the breath, we're simply staying with it. Noticing what's happening in our own physical body with every single inhale and every single exhale. Feeling the colder air coming up your nostrils as you're inhaling, and the warmer air coming out as you're exhaling. Feeling your belly lightly expanding on the inhale and gently contracting on the exhale. During our time together, your breath is going to be your anchor. It's going to be your best friend. This is what's going to help you to stay connected to right here, right now. So every time you feel that your mind is wandering, you always have the ability to bring the awareness back to the breath. Again, it's not about how many times you lose it, it's about how many times you come back to it. So for the next hour or so, we have nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to fix, no one to impress. We're just here to fully dive back within. We're going to take a couple more mindful rounds of the breath, connecting to every single sensations attached to it. And we're going to move into our first and only breathwork pranayama. Our breathwork pranayama today is called 3-part breath or yogic breath. The goal of this practice is to allow different parts of your own body to soften. So I'm going to explain it first, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be inhaling and exhaling through the nose only, guiding the breath up and down. So we will inhale low belly, mid belly, all the way up to the chest. And we'll exhale chest, mid belly, low belly. Really allowing it all to soften. We'll begin first with a deep inhale, deep exhale. And we're going to move into our 3-part breath. Deep inhale through the nose, inhale deep. Letting it all out. We're going to take our first 3-part breath. Deep inhale through the nose, inhaling in your low belly. Bringing it up to the mid belly, all the way up to the chest. Top of the breath, slowly exhaling it down. Chest, mid belly, low belly. Couple more deep rounds again. Deep inhale through the nose, inhaling in your low belly, mid belly, all the way up to the chest. Top of the breath, slowly exhaling it down. Chest, mid belly, low belly. Couple more deep rounds, feeling it all softening. Again, deep inhale through the nose, inhaling low belly, mid belly, all the way up to the chest. Top of the breath, sipping a tiny bit more air onto your chest. And slowly releasing it down. Chest, mid belly, low belly. Couple more deep rounds again, feeling it all opening. Deep inhale through the nose. Inhaling low belly, mid belly, all the way up to the chest. Top of the breath, sipping even more air onto your chest. And slowly releasing it down, all the way down. We're gonna take 3 more rounds together. Again, deep inhale through the nose, inhaling in your low belly, mid belly, all the way up to the chest. Top of the breath, sipping even more air onto your chest, and this time we'll lock the breath. We'll keep it in for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling it down, all the way down. We're gonna stay empty for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more more rounds. Again, deep inhale through the nose, guiding the breath all the way up to the chest. Up of the breath, sipping even more air onto your chest, keeping it all in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling it down, all the way down. Staying empty for 4 before our last round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round, deep inhale through the nose, guiding the breath all the way up to the chest. Up of the breath, sipping even more air onto your chest, keeping it all in for the last round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling it down, all the way down. And slowly coming back to the natural flow of the breath. Checking in with yourself to see if this first breathwork pranayama of the day allowed you to shift anything in your own awareness. Coming back to being a simple observer of your own physical body. Noticing again every single inhale, every single exhale. We're going to take a couple more mindful rounds of the breath. And we're going to move into our guided meditation. If you want to lay down for the guided meditation, you're more than welcome to do so. If you want to stay seated, that works as well. Whatever is more comfortable for your own practice. If you decide to lay down, I would recommend feet hips distance apart, palms a couple of inches from your physical body, palms opened up towards the heavens to fully receive. Position similar to Shavasana in yogic traditions. Whatever position you just chose, seated or laying down, I want to invite you to check in with yourself to see if you could be 5 or 10% more comfortable. Making any small adjustment to the posture. Adjusting the pillows, adjusting your neck, adjusting your shoulders, adjusting your hips, your knees, anything to fully dive in. Whenever you do find this comfortable position, please take 3 deep breaths on your own to really ground. Our guided meditation today is going to last approximately 15 minutes or so before moving into our sound journey. And the goal of this practice is to fully surrender. Surrender all that you've been carrying around this past years or this past year. Letting go of the different fear, anxiety, stress, uncertainty of the world, just coming back to our true essence. I might mention different set of belief system. If it's not in alignment with your own, you always have the ability to switch it up to something that works for you. This being said, we're going to begin the self-healing practice. Today, we're going to be working with the tool of visualization. We're going to be visualizing a light. The light can be small, the light can be big, it can be a mix of colors, it can be one color. This is your own practice. I am just a guide. You know exactly what you do to induce your own healing. So whatever you want to change or modify, you're always welcome to do so in your own mind. So we're going to be working with the light, visualizing it moving to different places in our own physical body to invite the deepest source of healing. This light has the ability to transform, modify, transmute, clear everything along the way. This being said, we're going to begin the process of visualization, and we're going to first visualize our light at the crown of our head. So visualizing your light locating right at the crown of your head. Maybe this light again is small, big, large, different colors, one color, however you want to visualize it today. And And once you're beginning to visualize the light at the crown of the head, we're going to allow it to spin. Maybe the light is going to spin clockwise or counterclockwise at your crown. Just letting it spin however it wants to today. Everything in this universe spins, the earth around the sun, the moon around the earth. So by inviting this spinning movement in the different energy vortexes, chakras of our own body, we're really allowing the energy to open, soften, and expand fully. So allowing the light that you visualize to gently spin at the crown of your head, clockwise, counterclockwise. You also always have the ability to reverse the spinning, the rotation, if that feels aligned for you. The crown of your head is known to be your direct connection with the source. In Chinese tradition, they believe that the physical body is a vessel between the heavens and the earth, and through certain practices like this one, we have the ability to bring ourselves back to center. So staying connected to the light at the crown of your head, letting it spin, allowing this connection with the heavens to open all over again. Surrendering the different programs you have accumulated over time, distancing you from the source. Surrendering the different cognitions, the different ideals that the society, our parents, our family, ourself kind of created for ourselves. We're letting it all go. We're just allowing this light to spin at the crown of our head, fully activating it, bringing our crown chakra back into alignment. Alignment was the center of the source. Letting it spin a tiny bit more. Preparing yourself to allow this light to take its first shift today. And whenever you're ready, whenever you feel complete with the crown, we'll allow the light to gently transition down. Allowing the light to gently move down from the crown down to the third eye, located halfway between your two eyebrows. So allowing the light to move down, letting it transition. And whenever it lands at the third eye, halfway between your two eyebrows, we're gonna allow the light to spin. Clockwise, counterclockwise, activating the third eye to its fullest potential. The third eye is known to be the direct point of connection between your right brain and your left brain. It is believed that once it comes back to alignment with the other chakras of our own physical body, it allows us to gain certain soft control over our own mind, reclaiming all of our powers over the mind, not letting it take us away from our practice. Remembering that the mind is a tool, it's here to serve you, you're not here to serve it. So allowing your light to spin at your third eye, activating that point fully. Letting it spin a tiny bit more. And we'll allow the light to gently transition down again. Knowing that our own third eye just rebalanced, aligned again with the chakras we worked with so far. So we're now gonna allow the light to move down from the third eye, reaching slowly the throat center. Whenever it does reach the throat center, we'll allow the light to spin. Letting it spin clockwise, counterclockwise, fully activating the throat. The The throat is known to be your center of communication, communication with your outside world and inner world. It is believed that once we bring the throat back to alignment, we get to surrender any of the old secrets we have accumulated over time, distancing us from the source. We have the ability to let go of all that is getting in the way of us speaking our own truth. So allowing your own light to spin clockwise or counterclockwise in your throat, fully activating it to its fullest potential. Trusting that the throat is aligning, that it's aligning with every single chakra we've been working with so far. The light spin a tiny bit more before letting it drop down again. Allowing the light to gently drop down from the throat down to the center of your chest, down to your own heart center, Anahata chakra in Sanskrit. Allowing the light to gently reach down to the heart center. And whenever it does reach it, we'll let the light spin. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Activating the heart to its fullest potential. The heart is known to be a doorway in our own physical body. This is our own entrance to our own source of unconditional love. When we first come to life as babies, that source is fully open, that door is fully open. As we go through different painful experiences, different transitions, we tend to begin to accumulate different blockages within our own heart, blocking our own access to that source, thinking that we're protecting ourselves. Today, we accept to be fully vulnerable to our own self, to dive a little deeper within, and to allow this light to activate the heart. Spinning however you want it to spin. Letting go of the past blockages, the past fears, whatever it is, we're just allowing the heart to soften. Again, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Letting your own light move, spin clockwise or counterclockwise in the heart. Letting it come back to alignment with every single chakras we worked with so far. We'll let the light spin a tiny bit more. And we'll allow the light to transition down again, going down to our next chakra. 3 more to go. Letting the light transition down from the center of the chest down to the solar plexus, located halfway between your 2 ribcage. Whenever the light is reaching down to that point halfway between your 2 ribcage, we'll allow the light to spin. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Activating the solar plexus to its fullest potential. Your solar plexus, halfway between your 2 ribcage, is known to be the sun within your own body, the fire of digestion, the fire of transformation. It is our own ability to process. When we think of digestion, we usually connect to food and only food. But digestion is so much more than that. Every single experience, every single anything that we go through needs to be processed and digested by the physical body. So by allowing your light that you've been working with to spin within your own solar plexus, halfway between your 2 ribcage, you're really allowing any past anything that you haven't processed to be fully processed, fully digested, allowing yourself to walk a little lighter on this planet. No need to carry any of the density anymore. Letting the light spin one way or the other within the solar plexus, activating it all and trusting that it aligned or it's aligning with every single chakras we worked with so far. Letting it spin a tiny bit more. And we'll slowly allow the light to move down again, going a little deeper with it. 2 more chakras to go. We're going to allow the light to transition down from the solar plexus to the sacral, located a couple fingers below your navel. So allowing your light to move down to the sacral, a couple fingers below the navel. And whenever it does reach the sacral, we'll allow the light to spin one way or the other, activating the sacral, activating your own power of creation, your own center of creativity, your own ability to mirror the Creator and brought things, people, anything to life. So by allowing your light to spin clockwise or counterclockwise in your own sacral, you're really allowing yourself to tap back into that source of creativity. Letting your own sacral, couple fingers below your navel, gently align with all the chakras that we worked with so far by letting your light spin a tiny bit more within your own sacral. And whenever you're ready, whenever you feel complete with the sacral, we'll allow the light to transition one more time, letting it go down from the sacral, couple fingers below the navel, to the base of the spine, to our own root chakra. Letting the light reach the base of our spine. And whenever it does reach it, we'll allow the light to spin clockwise or counterclockwise. The same way the crown of our head could connect to the heavens, the base of our spine can connect to the center of the earth. So by allowing your own light to spin at the base of your spine, you're really allowing your root chakra, your own roots, to deepen into the planet. You're also allowing yourself to surrender different fears that you might have accumulated within that space in your own physical body. Surrendering the fear for financial stability, surrendering the fear of uncertainty, the fear for your own safety, remembering that all the way up to now, the earth always sustained us. So we're allowing our light to spin a tiny bit more at the base of your spine. Feeling a little more grounded, a little more dense, a little more present in your body. The base of your spine is coming back to alignment with every single chakras we worked with so far. So it is believed in many different ancient traditions that once you rebalance yourself, energy from the center of the source, the heavens, can pass down through each and every chakras of yours that we just worked with to reach all the way down to the center of the planet. And energy from the center of the planet can move back up through each and every chakras of yours to reach the center of the heavens, making you a simple multi-dimensional being walking the path with the planet. We're going to take one more minute before moving into our sound journey. And during this last minute, I want to invite you to complete the work with the light we've been working with by allowing it to go back up the spine. So we're going to allow our light that is now at the base to gently move up the spine, vertebra by vertebra, to make its way back up to the big bone of the neck. So taking the time you need, just allowing the light to gently travel back up, making its way to the big bone of the neck. In yoga, they believe in the existence of a sacred energy called Kundalini that resides at the base of the spine. It is believed that once this energy rises back up to the crown of our head, it allows us to get a step closer to our own awakening, to our own enlightenment. So by allowing the light to move back up to the big bone of the neck, you're allowing yourself to get a step closer to your own awakening. The light is gently reaching the big bone of the neck. And whenever it does, we'll allow the light to go a tiny bit more up to the crown of the head where we started. Our cycle is now complete and we're going to move into our sound journey. If your mind wanders during the sound, you always have the ability to bring the awareness back to your breath, back to the sound. And for those using headphones, the sounds are going to get much louder, so please make sure to adjust the sound. 30 seconds of silence to take in all of the benefits from today's practice. And whenever you're ready, we're going to begin to deepen the breath very gently, bringing the awareness back to your own physical body. Deeper inhales, deeper exhales. Slowly inviting very light movement onto your hands and feet. Feeling the tips of your fingers connecting to one another. When you're ready, you can make bigger movement with your wrists and ankles, activating energy by making big circles one way and the other way. Inviting any bigger movement, arms overhead, knees to chest, any stretches to welcome back yourself in your own physical body. Maybe inviting your knees to your chest, moving your knees side to side, awakening energy. And you can roll onto your right side in a fetal position if you're still laying down for a couple of breaths. And we're all going to meet in a comfortable seated to close the practice together. If it's later at night for you and you want to go straight to bed, please stay in the laying down position. So we'll meet in a comfortable seated for the ones that are ready for that. And whenever you do find that's comfortable seated, back straight, shoulders relaxed, palms up, we're going to take 3 deep breaths together to fully anchor back into the physical body. Deep inhale through the nose, letting it all out. 2 more deep inhale. Last one. And letting it all out. We're going to bring the hands back to the heart center, prayer position. I want to invite you to remember the intention we set at the beginning of the practice. Allowing again each and every cells of your physical body, mind, soul, spirit, to remember this guidance in this right moment. Whenever you're fully connected with that intention to that intention, we're going to release it again, offering it back to the cosmos, back to the heavens, back to the stars. Fully letting it go. Trusting the bigger picture and knowing that this intention you set will keep unfolding as you establish a better connection with your own self. We're going to close with a deep sound of Om, powerful sound of creation. Deep inhale through the nose. Bowing to your own heart. Thanking yourself for showing up for meditation today. The divinity in me honors and recognizes the divinity in each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me, and namaste. So, thank you everyone for joining. It was such a pleasure to be live with all of you today. I am offering also one-on-one spiritual coaching and many different events regularly, so you can find all the contact information in the chat box. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me right now or later in private. It was a real pleasure to be here. Thank you so much to all of you. And keep spreading magic in this world, because this world needs it more than ever. So the more meditation, the more light vibrations we can carry, the more we're helping the rest of humanity get to that space as well. So thank you for your presence. Bye, guys.